please subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. Thank you for your support.
The princess who refused to smile until she lost everything. They say a smile can hide 1,000 wounds, but what happens when you keep smiling for so long that you forget what happiness really feels like? This is the story of a princess who had everything the world could offer, except for one thing: the freedom to feel. Her name was Alina, princess of an Eastern empire, daughter of a powerful king, raised in marble halls and silk curtains. Every morning, servants dressed her in gold. Every evening, she dined with nobles who spoke politely. And every single day, she smiled. Not because she was happy, but because that's what princesses do. A royal never shows weakness, her father told her when she was 7. A princess must always be beautiful, her mother reminded her when she turned 10. People need to see strength, not sorrow, the advisors whispered when she turned 16. So Alina learned to smile, even when her heart was breaking. She smiled at ceremonies. She smiled at festivals. She smiled at portraits that would hang in palace halls for centuries. But inside, she was drowning. Alina's days blurred into one another. Wake up, get dressed, smile, wave, attend meetings she didn't care about, sign papers she never read, smile again. She had no friends, only servants who bowed, advisors who calculated, suitors who wanted her crown, not her heart. At night, when the palace fell silent, she stood by her window and stared at the village below. Common people, laughing in the streets, fighting, crying, living. She envied them because they were allowed to feel. One evening, during a royal banquet, a young traveler asked her a simple question. "Your Highness, what has truly made you happy?" The hall fell silent. Alina opened her mouth. A practiced smile appeared. But the words never came because she didn't know. She had jewels, but no happiness. A crown, but no courage. A title, but no truth. That night, she locked herself in her chamber and did something she hadn't done in years. She cried. Not quiet royal tears, but loud, desperate sobs. "I don't know who I am anymore," she whispered into the empty room. She looked at herself in the golden mirror. Perfect hair, flawless skin, hollow eyes. Is this all I am? A decoration? A symbol? But the mirror had no answer. The next morning brought news that shook the kingdom. A neighboring empire had declared war. The palace was no longer safe. "We must leave, Your Highness," the guards urged. But in the chaos, Alina became separated from the royal caravan. She ran into the forest, alone. Her gown was torn. Her crown was somewhere in the dirt. For the first time in her life, no one was watching her. No one was making decisions for her. She was just a girl, running, terrified, alive. She collapsed near a small village where a poor woman found her. "You look tired, child. Come, rest." The woman did not recognize her. There was no crown, no gold, no title, just a tired girl who needed help. Alina stayed with the woman for 3 days. She helped cook meals, she washed clothes in the river, she fetched water from the well. Her hands blistered, her back ached, but something strange happened. When village children laughed, she laughed with them. Not a royal smile, a real one. When the old woman shared her bread, Alina felt gratitude she had never known before. At night, sitting beside the fire, exhausted from work, she felt peace. One evening, the woman looked at her and said, "You are different from the nobles I've seen. You work hard. You don't complain. What is your secret?" Alina smiled, a genuine smile this time. I think I forgot how to be human, and I'm finally remembering. On the fourth day, the royal guards found her. Your Highness, thank heavens you're safe. They brought her royal robes. They returned her crown. The villagers stared in shock. The girl they had helped was a princess. The old woman bowed nervously. Forgive me, Your Highness, I didn't know. But Alina gently stopped her. Please, don't bow. You gave me something the palace never could. What was that, my lady? The woman asked. You saw me, not my title, not my crown, me. As they escorted her back to the palace, Alina realized something. She had spent her whole life terrified of losing her position, but she had never truly lived as herself. The crown didn't make her strong, it silenced her. The gold didn't make her valuable, it made her invisible. She had everything, yet she had nothing. And sometimes it takes losing everything to understand what truly matters. When Alina returned to the palace, people expected her to return to normal, smiling, quiet, perfect. But she didn't. At the next royal gathering, a nobleman asked politely, Your Highness, how are you? And for the first time, she told the truth. I'm still healing, but I'm learning to be honest, even when it hurts. Some were shocked, some whispered, but some nodded quietly because they understood. Alina began visiting the village regularly, not as a princess giving charity, but as someone learning from her people. When something was funny, she laughed. When something was painful, she cried. When she had something meaningful to say, she spoke. And when she didn't know the answer, she stayed silent. She stopped pretending to be perfect, and in doing so, she became real. The crown was still heavy, but now she carried it differently, not as a burden, but as a reminder that titles don't define you, your truth does. What Alina learned, and maybe what we all need to hear, you can smile your whole life and still be broken inside. You can have everything the world admires and still feel empty, because the world doesn't need your perfection, it needs your truth. So stop hiding behind a crown, behind a smile, behind the words, I'm fine. Let yourself feel, let yourself break, let yourself be human, because the moment you stop pretending to have everything together is the moment you finally start living. Your worth is not in what you show the world, it's in what you're brave enough to show yourself. If this story touched your heart, like, share, and subscribe for more stories that reach deeper into the soul. See you in the next story.